And welcome to this quick demo on some mobile hacking or mobile penetration testing. So I've got an iPhone here that I've connected, and I've got this Windows 7 machine. So this tool that I'm going to be using, Fiddler, only runs on Windows. It runs perfectly well on Windows 10 as well as Windows 8. And you can download it from the internet. Just do a Google search for Fiddler. It is made by a company called, well, it was a freeware tool, but then a company called Telerik took it over. So the first thing we need to do is go and get our IP address, and I've done that here. So you just run an IP config, and as you can see, my IP address is 192.168.1.111. And then on my Fiddler, what I need to do is, if you go to Fiddler, you go to Tools, Telerik Fiddler Options, and then under Connections, you need to tick this box, Allow Remote Computers to Connect, and then just set a port. I've put 8888 as the port on this one. Okay, great. Then what I need to do on my iPhone is I need to go into my Wi-Fi settings. There we go. You look at the Wi-Fi network I'm on, make sure I'm on the same network, and then just go put in that proxy information. So the server is 192.168.1.111, and my port is 8888. And then let's just make sure that it has taken. I'll just click that one back, take back, and I'm set. Okay, great. So now I'm going to be proxying traffic from my iPhone through to Fiddler, and this pretty much helps you actually understand how all the apps are connecting in the background, and that really helps understand. As you can see, I've already got one packet trying to get through to iCloud. So let's just, for example, open up the CNN app. As soon as I open up CNN, you can see there's a whole bunch of HTTP calls being made to CNN. And you can go into Fiddler and click on any one of these GET requests or redirect requests, and go look at the text view and the headers, etc., etc. So you can see exactly what the app is doing in the background, which comes in very, very useful. So as an example, there are some apps that's protected. As you can see, CNN's using HTTP, but if I go to Instagram as an example, you will see that I didn't want to refresh the feed because there's a tunnel trying to be created, and as a result Instagram is protected. And you'll find that your major apps like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter will all act the same way. So let's go see how we can also steal credentials. So now in theory, I haven't got an app that uses HTTP, but I've got a website that I've created, and it's pretty much the same concept. So what I'm going to do now is just quickly close off those apps so that they stop sending traffic to Fiddler. I'm going to clear my Fiddler logs, and I'm going to go to our vulnerable WordPress site. And let's just go back here. Let's close that so I can do it from the beginning. And there is my WordPress site. Okay, so as you can see, it wants to do a login. And if you recall from our web applications and web server modules, the password and the username for this is, well, it's test2, and the password is capital P A S S word 123, password 123. And if I hit login, it will then log me in. Okay, so I'm using the browser here, but imagine this was a web app that had your credentials stored in HTTP. What would happen then is you'd get all the traffic, but if you actually go to this package here, the 302, and if you look at the actual web forms, you'll see there it is in clear text. There's my username and there's my password. So obviously you can do the same using Wireshark and ARP poisoning, etc., etc. But what the purpose of this video was is literally to show you that the apps all run back-end services, and by proxying the traffic or sniffing the traffic, you can pretty much look at exactly what the apps are trying to do, and then look at all the endpoints. So in other words, you know that that is an endpoint and that is an endpoint. So let's just go back to CNN. So if I look at CNN, and I look at all these, you can see these are all web services that it's calling. So for example, this one here, the URL is, let's just open it up and copy just the URL, and let's just open the notepad quickly just so that we can take a look at it. Let's just paste that in there. As you can see, there is the actual call being made. So in theory, I could literally just paste this into a web browser and see exactly what it does. It might work, it might not, but just for interest's sake, let's see what it does. Just open up Firefox. As you can see, it's warning me that there's an insecure connection because I'm proxying my traffic through Fiddler. So Firefox is doing a very good job of protecting me, but I'm just going to ignore that and hit enter. And as you can see, here is the actual XML or JSON script that gets loaded by my web application. So I hope that shows you how applications on cell phones actually connect to back-end web services. The two are actually part of the same ecosystem. And with a tool like Fiddler, you can quite easily and quickly see how your web apps are pretty much connecting to the internet, and from there take it and actually start looking for vulnerabilities and start looking at every one of these and seeing, hey, this is an API. How can I then refactor that API to actually make it do something I don't want to do? And obviously what you'll need to do is look for post requests, and because post requests is where you're actually making calls to the actual web service, and then from the post request you will then be able to take it from there. So obviously an example of a post request is this 302, this 302 here, and that is the symbol for a post request in Fiddler. So there are tools on Kali Linux that do this, but I like Fiddler because it's a much cleaner interface for doing this sort of work. Anyway, I hope that this short tutorial has helped you and given you an understanding of how mobile apps actually work in the back end, and how you can go about starting to understand, enumerate, and then eventually try and compromise them. Thank you very, very much for watching.